Hello Aquarius, welcome to toldaslovetarot. If this is your first time here, I hope you like and subscribe. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you have a bunch of Aquarius in your chart in different placements. If you're returning, thanks for coming back, Aquarius. It's been a couple days. I don't think it's been officially 2 weeks, but you've been in my head for a day or so, so I knew it was time for an Aquarius reading. If this resonates, that's awesome. Can you give it a like, because that helps the channel grow, and I am pushing Told As Love Tarot, named after a little Jimi Hendrix song. I am pushing that to be an income for myself, a hustle, and as I still push to get there with YouTube and what my next moves will be with for the channel, I'm also doing personal readings at this time. You can email me at toldaslovetarot@gmail.com. I have a lot of openness and flexibility with scheduling a reading, so send me an email if you're interested in that. I am graciously accepting and appreciating gifts at my Venmo and Cashapp, again, as I use Told As Love to be a creative hustle for myself. I'm very thankful for the gifts and donations that I've already received, and I hate to say that it builds my confidence, but it totally definitely builds my confidence that like I am on a path of, like, I hate to even admit it, but to be getting paid for creativity, it's like we're in a society of content creators. I understand that, but at 36 I didn't ever think that this day would come, and here we are, and I'm only at the beginning, and everyone has said that to me who I've started to book readings. I'm accepting gifts and donations. This is just the bottom. There's only going up from here. So Aquarius, I just looked up and it was 222 when I said that. If you'd like to book a reading with me, let me know. Let's chat. All right. If this doesn't resonate, or if it does resonate, that's all okay. Check out the other signs in your chart if you need some help with that. I have a Minutes with Meg video about what does it mean, your birth chart and the other signs in your chart. I actually did someone's birth chart for him the other day, and he was a Leo, and he had a Sagittarius rising and a Libra moon. And I have a Sagittarius moon, so I was like, this is why he and I have been hitting it off so well. Birth charts are definitely interesting. Anywho, pre-message, I'm trying to get these readings down, but Aquarius, haven't seen you in a minute and I'm feeling chatty. The last time I did an Aquarius reading, if you remember, because you saw it, or if you didn't see it, what's going on here? All right. I was wearing all red and on red lipstick. I was like looking like that bitch, and I remembered and realized I happened to do this, seems to be before Aquarius readings. I just get all like, everything's gotta look good. I want to bust out into like some hood Meg Thee Stallion lyrics right now, like making sure they know like what's good, feeling good, looking good. Same thing happened yesterday. I woke up, I was going to be doing readings. That's how my day was going to go. And then I was like, I'm going to do my hair, I'm going to do my makeup, blah, 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 blah. And then I realized, fucking A, this is the same thing that happened before the last time I did Aquarius. I got up, I did my hair, I had on red lipstick, I had on this red top that I never wear, and I was doing the same exact thing. So I'm like, this has to be an Aquarius, or the Aquarius energy of some, just like, it's not even wanting to look good to just be like put together, like, oh, I look good. It's like having a look when you're done up. Like, I had a whole Veronica Lake look going yesterday, and I looked fucking fire. And that's why I ended up going out and not staying home. I was looking cute. But I had Veronica Lake hair, the makeup, the whole vixen. I was in an Aquarius mood, and I know and I knew that I wanted to talk about it. Aquarius is in that zone, is in that still. I'm getting I'm hearing like leftover pride month, leftover pride energy, like or if just like if you're, I'm even thinking if your birthday, if this is someone's like rising sign or moon sign, if your birthday is really like April, May, June, someone is still on their shit from like their birthday season and still feeling it. This could be who you're dealing with. They're just in a good high vibe and feeling good, looking good. And it has to do with an energy and a vibe. I remember, now I'm thinking too, there was a lot about body, how someone's body looked great or they felt great about their body. That feeling is like still there here. I've fought with my family and or friends about you or over you. Attracted to hard-working, blue collar. Google psychopath. Sneaky link. Are you playing me? Manipulative, emotionally, verbally, mentally. So right off the bat, I got this feeling of like someone who is enjoying being single or is single and is like mingling, like literally meeting people. It was never meant to get serious, go this far, dominant. Am I being kept a secret? Desperate housewife. So Google psychopath is right next to manipulative, mentally, verbally, emotionally. So there's definitely a feeling here of something that was casual, that was, I feel like it was a little unrequited. Someone was like really attracted to Aquarius, what you do, or you were really attracted to what they did for a living. It's almost like someone who's has a thing for nurses. Let's say this is a male or female who has a thing for female nurses, and it's like they find themselves always dating nurses because that's what they are attracted to and want. And I feel like family and friends notice this pattern and know this about this person. They find another person of the type of like stereotype or whatever that they like, and they find someone who they actually like, and I'm gonna take that sound as a confirmation. It's like that of what I was thinking too. It's like someone they like who could play them, and they're like shocked that it's like you're smart enough, or like you're what's the word? Someone who must have eyelashes and fight with their eyelashes, because I never fight with mine during readings, but what was I gonna say? Kind of like I'm getting meeting your match. Meeting someone who doesn't eat your bullshit. Someone who you can't just manipulate. You find that, holy shit, you like them, so you're having to question yourself of like, holy shit, are they doing to me what I would have done to someone else in this situation? This is someone, if this is like, let's say there's a woman who's attracted to hardworking, it's either always a guy who's in HVAC or plumbing or a mechanic, like they all seem to have this kind of, or welder, I'm thinking they all seem to have the same look to them. Muscular, kind of hard, like work boots, like something to that effect. Attracted to the same type of guy. And then you meet someone who is what other people would be like, oh my God, that's her type. She's always with a guy who's got a motorcycle and tattoos everywhere. And then it's like a match. This person doesn't realize that like you are their type and that they're fitting into that, or you're fitting into their type. Let's say you're the nurse, Aquarius. You don't realize that like you were fitting into that type that they seem to go for and like. But it was supposed to be casual, or it was just because they were attracted to this. Like, this is even like, I'm trying to think, how else can I put this? Someone has a thing for chefs. They always end up with chefs. It's like, oh, it's another chef. It was just supposed to be a sneaky link, but this one is actually meeting someone who, I'm hearing is just as cunning. Maybe they're the ones. All right, so going back to my nurse or biker or whatever, welder, maybe that nurse is used to playing people or being the object of, I don't know, whatever. And then you come along and they realize that like a bigger shark has gotten them. They're the ones who's fitting into someone's role of what they want, rather than them being the one who has to go do the attracting and lure someone in. It's like, they didn't have to lift a finger. I hope this makes sense to someone. Ooh, shit, Aquarius. Looking and feeling fabulous. I heard saucy and sassy. The Hermit just went flying. I don't even know how this happens. I don't even know how this happens. I might have to move the camera and show you how the Hermit card landed in there. Oh, there it is. It's in between my lipstick and the remote. The Five of Pentacles. I'm so freaked out how that could have happened. Obviously, it was the wind. The fan is going, but that is some shit, dude. Why do I hear like, all right, why do I feel like I'm hearing like a pretty hermit? Like someone who stays home but is pretty. Like I'm seeing like a Betty Draper. Like I did see the Desperate Housewife card before. So someone who is like really good looking and is always just home. So I just heard like hiding your hotness. Because the King of Wands is at the bottom here, followed by the Knight of Wands, followed by the Chariot. And I just started thinking like, why isn't someone out dating, or why isn't someone like, why isn't someone out? I'm also hearing like, why is someone single? Like, or something like that. Like, why isn't this going forward when it's like it's a good looking person or two good looking people? This goes back to sneaky link. Maybe there is an Aquarius who's appears single but isn't, and is like seeing someone. I'm also getting like a same-sex same-sex relationship here, because it is a king and then the knight, but I'm thinking of like an older man and a younger guy. Someone, when I initially thought someone hiding their hotness or hiding the hotness, maybe this is a couple that gets like done up to just stay home, but they're getting done up for each other, and which is cute as fucking can be. And I think it's because there have been people hurt here, or someone who has been hurt here, having too much out and having too many people know their business. And I think this is part of why everything is like it's like a beautiful hermit, because they've been hurt exposing and sharing too much in the past, so they just keep it to themselves and they stay in. As I didn't even see the card, as I was saying, this beautiful hermit who just stays in. Someone is like super duper in love, happily in love, like, but nobody knows. And I'm thinking of Megan Thee Stallion now, because I know she's an Aquarius, and you know, I just saw pictures of her with, I guess like I can't think of her name. Cara Dave, the model and actress. Cara Dave. I can see the name in front of me. I can't pronounce it, but I don't know. They went to an award show together or whatnot. But Megan Thee Stallion, I was thinking about this the other day. She has disappeared, dude. Like, she is not out there like she used to be. And this is making me think, like, being quietly in love, quietly getting done up, your makeup up and everything just for this person. It's not for anybody else. The High Priestess reversed, the Three of Pentacles reversed, followed by the Two of Cups reversed. That's Pisces energy, but I feel like this is someone who's, it's like relationships didn't work when they weren't kept a secret, I'm hearing. Judgment. The Emperor reversed. As I said, relationships didn't work if they didn't keep it a secret. And I'm now looking at the Hermit and the Emperor, and I'm going back to thinking this is a same-sex relationship, especially with the rainbow there too. But I don't think this is an outed, like this isn't a couple who's out for fear of judgment. I also think I'm thinking of that Three of Pentacles. There was a front at one time, like there were always three people in a relationship because there was a front for a heterosexual relationship. Someone wanting to front that they were heterosexual when really they were gay or were more in love with the man than this woman. And I don't know where that's coming from, but it's definitely here as I'm looking at these cards. And I don't, shit. Yeah, I think the woman ends up getting the boot and the two men end up staying together. And there's an age difference here. Aries energy is here, the Emperor reversed. I feel like there was or is a female here. There was someone here who had their feelings like really hurt because they cared. Five of Swords, yeah. The sun just popped into my hands. It's Leo energy. An element of 3 there too. There's so many signs here to me of someone whose sexuality was not open to the world. It was only open to their world, okay? To the people who were in their world, to their sexual partners of the same sex, to their close friends, to their exes who they ended relationships with because the female was only just a front for the relationships. This is very specific. Someone decides to just be very singular on their own. That makes them very happy. To the world, they are a singular person. They just seem to be either a hermit. I'm hearing also someone who's always consumed by work, being their own boss or being a boss. But the I keep seeing like what's being shown is not the truth. Wheel of Fortune reversed. 10 of Wands. Someone has done a damn good job to build up a fucking wall and life facade. It's a fucking facade. There've been hurt people and a lot of fucking stress and a lot of lies to maintain a certain lifestyle and a certain look so that people did not know that someone was not who they appear to be. I'm focusing on sexuality, but I guess it I don't even know how else it could be, but that like off the rip, I don't know what else it could be besides sexualities. But this is like someone had built a really strong wall up, a really strong facade, maybe even marrying someone even though they were not straight. King of Pentacles. I think that is my person who got married or in a relationship, and I don't think it was ever I'm hearing it was not built on strong foundations. It was like these two people always were kind of had their backs to each other and were at odds. It was not built on love. It could have been built on wealth. Like this person had a money and financial reasons why it was worth starting this facade. The Three of Swords, the Knight, Four of Swords, the card I was just looking at. Someone who was in a whole fucking relationship, maybe she knew this. The Magician reversed, the Hermit reversed. That's my person lying. Eight of Swords reversed. This is my person lying and making up big fucking stories about where they were going, because where they were going as they're rushing back is they went out and did the damn thing, whatever they were doing, and then they're rushing back home to he or she over here who knows what they're out doing, and it weighs on them. This person's laying in bed in the middle of the day. There are thoughts weighing on this person as this rushes back after doing whatever they wanted to do, like following this lust, following this, what's the word? Craving? Like this is the craving. They go out, they fulfill that craving, and then they go home, and she knows what's going on. Could be dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, or I'm also hearing this could be like a Capricorn Aquarius cusp. Strength reverse, Leo again. I'm also hearing could be a part of someone's upbringing. Like this is what they were around. Knight of Swords, King of Swords, followed by King of Wands reversed, followed by Page of Swords, followed by Two of Cups. Someone does not talk about their sexual cravings and desires. I think they just do it, or this was part of whatever relationship was working before, or like wasn't discussed the sexuality aspect of it, which is why this was never a strong foundation to a relationship to begin with. It was never a strong emperor or empress relationship, because yeah, the Chariot reverse didn't go anywhere. Queen of Pentacles. I just keep seeing a man and a woman's relationship, and a big dividing factor between this relationship, which is why it's been a tumultuous relationship, and or why the relationship has never gone to a higher level of commitment, even though there's a partnership there, is because it was mainly based on money, stability in that sense. It wasn't based on love or lust. And a big dividing factor in this relationship division is someone's sexuality, that they go out and entertain, fulfill that craving, and then go to return. I feel like I'm looking at, so I've already seen Four of Swords, which it looked like a woman in bed over there during the day. This to me is my person who goes out and acts differently, or has this whole other side of them that they entertain because they have the cravings to. So this is all the same person, okay? She's putting to rest who the world thinks they know, so that she can go out and act like a single person who's out here on his or her own, and then can go back and return to being who the world sees. This is the person who, that's the facade, their persona with the facade. It's like they take off their cap, they let this part of themselves rest, and then they go out and enjoy this other side of themselves, and they let their freak flag fly. I just heard, because they keep it hidden. This side of them, maybe it's been demonized, maybe someone feels guilty about it. They kept it hidden and battled hiding it for a long time, and now this person is celebrating themselves. And they do celebrate themselves, and they should. We should all be celebrating ourselves. Every part of ourselves. Who gives a fuck if you don't want to show the world what you're into? That's your business. If you want to show everybody, fucking do it. If you don't, that's okay. This is like the type of person I am. Everything's okay. I was saying this to someone yesterday. Nothing is ever that big of a deal to me. Nothing. Because for so many of us have been taught to make big deals out of the stupidest shit, and that leads to trauma, that leads to insecurities, that leads to inner issues, that leads to needing to have to do shadow work. And then you get to a point and you're like, I was made to feel worried about that, or I grew up in a society that had me anxious about this, when that's not even a big fucking deal. Who fucking cares if you don't have the nicest XYZ? Who fucking cares if you don't want to go out and be social? It's not that big of a deal. Now, I could go on and on with like other things here, like bigger, more serious topics. But then I would just be opening up cans of worms, and I'm not going to do that. And I'm trying to keep this under 30 minutes, and I'm at 32, so fuck me. Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Queen of Swords. This is someone who will... Alright, I don't even have to say much more after this. This other side of the person that they do not share, that they put to rest and put to bed, is like two sides of this person. Their animalistic wild side, and then their who they are in the streets is angelic. Literally on both these cards. I sadly feel like someone has almost demonized a part of their sexuality here. They think that when they're doing whatever it is they do sexually, whatever it is we're talking about, this could just be someone having sex, like literal sex. They think that that's really bad and animalistic of them, that they're not supposed to do that. Sounds like a religious zealot. But this person has two sides of themselves. It's like a hoe phase and a good girl phase. They put that hoe to rest. They don't talk about it, and they go back to having the yin and the yang in their life. Or if this is a man who's has sexual preference other than with his female partners, and he goes out and fulfills that side of him and then can lay it to rest, and she doesn't ask any questions or he doesn't talk about it, and everything is back to yin and a yang again. This is like after the craving has been fulfilled, we can lay to rest that I fulfilled that craving. We don't need to talk about it, and now we can go back to everything is wonderful and great again. Aquarius, if this resonates, first of all, I want to say, if there's someone who's demonized their sexuality, I keep wanting to say that. It's almost like either if someone wasn't out of the closet and they think that being gay or part of their sexuality is bad for whatever reason, or just someone in general thinking like expressing and following like their sexual urges is just kind of acting like an animal or something. All I'm gonna tell you is one of my favorite quotes. And I've said it to my buddy Corey, and I'm thinking about it now. You are the only one that gets put in the grave when you die. Don't let any second of your life, the only life you have, at least this turn and this reincarnation, don't let it go. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Is it really that big of a deal to enjoy yourself, to follow your sexual urges, to be who you want to be? Your one and only life, Aquarius.